Hello everybody, this is the Chess here, and welcome to another Wizard101 countdown. In this one, we're going to be doing top 10 mounts in the game, and this one I did a little bit differently because I made a video prior to this to ask you guys what your favorite mounts are, so hopefully that means that you guys will actually agree with this one, kind of. Because all the mounts in this list were provided by you guys, so therefore most of you should agree with it, at least to some extent. But of course, if not, that's totally okay, and you are more than welcome to disagree, and let us know in the comments what your favorite mounts are. But anyway, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's just hop into it.
Number 10.
To start the list off, we have a mount that I'm not really sure how to pronounce the first part of. I believe it's Pygmy? Pinch me? Pige my? Pinch me? It's something like that. It's the whale mount. It's the big one, the large fish thing, the whale. Everyone loves it. It's big. It just takes up a lot of space. It's super obnoxious and large, but it's cool. It's very majestic, the way it swims through the water and flies overhead. It's an appealing mount. It's cool. You feel powerful when you ride it. But in all seriousness, the whale is a very cool mount, and I feel like it was a good way to start this list off.
Number 9.
Next, we have the Arcus Cloud, which, I mean, it's a cloud. It's a thunder cloud. It's like shooting out lightning, like freaking. But it feels cool to ride on a cloud. You're like Goku at a Dragon Ball Z on the Nimbus, like, wah! I'm gonna go Super Saiyan or something. I don't know. Or like, I don't know. You just feel like you're in control of the weather. You're like Storm. You're like. I don't know, you feel like a superhero or something, and it looks cool, and if you're Storm especially, it just really fits, and it's nice, and you're just zooming around. You're just better than everyone. You think you're better than everyone, you're all stuck up. Screw you.
Number 8.
Now, for those of you that actually do have friends, why doesn't anyone like me? The Hydra mount is the only 3-person mount in the game, which makes it unique, and it's still pretty rare to see. You don't find it very often in the streets, but for those of you that do own it, it's the only 3-person mount. You can have 2 friends with you while you're running around the streets, and it makes it cool. It's fun. It's still one of the largest mounts. It's big. It's got 3 heads. It's just cool to see. When you see one, you just gotta look at it and admire it, and there's 3 people hanging above you on the heads of a Hydra. Like, that's just cool to me. That's cool. That's a fun day.
Number 7.
Next on the list is the original big cat mounts. This includes the Bengal Tiger, the Panther, the Royal Lioness, the Jaguar, and the Lion. Although these mounts are very common and everyone seems to own at least one of them, I still find them to be very nostalgic and memorable, and I myself even ride the Bengal Tiger from place to place, so I feel like they deserve a spot on the list. It's also worth noting that some of these can be purchased with gold and not crowns, which just makes them that much sweeter because you don't even need to use real money. You could just save up some gold, buy yourself a mount, and ride around the spiral on your favorite big cat. I'm also going to throw the Charity Meowmodon in here since it's just like the rest of them except it's white. It's also very rare and very uncommon to see, so I definitely think that also deserves to be in this list.
Number 6.
Next up, we basically have the Nightmare pack as a whole, because we have the Night Flame Pegasus, the Cloud Strider Pegasus, and the Nightmare. There's also the Night Runner and Shadow Steed, but they weren't featured. I kind of just prefer the flying ones because they just, I don't know. All of them have a nice little evil tone to them. They're kind of dark and mysterious, and I don't know. They're different than the rest of the mounts. They have a different feel to the rest of the mounts. They look more evil. They match like evil outfits. They're evil. They're dark, demonic, nightmare. Ah. So yeah, I like those. They're cool.
Number 5.
Next, we have another category of mounts because all these mounts were very popular. A lot of people voted on them and wanted them in the list, but I didn't want to take up the entire list with these mounts, so I decided to throw them all into a category and just give a spot to the silly mounts or the joke mounts or just, you know, the ones that don't really fit any other category. This includes the pogo stick because everyone loves reliving their childhood and hopping around on something that I was personally never good at and would always fall on my face, but you know, maybe that's just me. The Slowpoke Sloth, because sometimes the game is just too fast and you really just need to slow down. It also does this weird thing when it jumps, and I don't know, I like it. Wonky the Donkey, because it's the only mount that actually mounts you. It's weird, and you just look like an when you ride it, but, you know. The Ice Skates, because you can do sweet 360 spin moves and impress your friends. The Falala Llama, because it's a llama on skates. I mean, you know. And the Mighty Steed, because you just look stupid when you're kind of galloping around and you're holding a coconut. Like, it's just weird, and I don't know the thing it's referencing. I haven't seen it, but it's funny even if you haven't. It's weird. It's a strange mount.
Number 4.
Next up is all the Wyvern mounts, because when they were released, they were some of the biggest in the game, and they were really appealing and eye-catching, and they just stood out, and they still do. They come in a variety of colors, they match different outfits, they're just very vibrant and beautiful and nice. We left out the Night Wyvern by mistake, but we do have the Jade Wyvern, the Cloud Wyvern, the Golden Wyvern, and the Fire Wyvern. And then I'm also going to include the Bone Dragon, because it's the same exact thing as a Wyvern, only without the skin, so I consider it. I mean, it's basically a Wyvern. I mean, if a mount looks just as good without its skin as it does with, you gotta give it some credit. Also, I honestly don't know if it's Wyvern or Wyvern. I've heard both, but I just say Wyvern. So if you disagree, then just get at me. I don't care. Fight me. Freaking fight me.
Number 3.
So like, this next one, I don't know. I want to own one in real life, like beyond the game. I just want to have one. I want to like hold it. I want to like ride it around my house at night and stuff. And like, I want my friends to all be jealous and I just want one. But seriously, these are some of the cutest mounts in the game. They are the bunny mounts. They only come around once per year around Easter, and everyone hops at the chance to get them and buy them. These things are adorable, they are colorful, they are fun, they just bring happiness to your day. They lighten up the mood, and when you see one, you're like, yes, bunnies! I love bunnies! They hop around all cutely, and they wag their tails, and it's adorable, and just, I don't know. They just bring out the best in me. They really do. If you don't know the names of them, we got the Prismatic Hair, the Storm Rider Hair, and the Carabanog Rabbit. Bunnies. We got the bunnies. They're cute. I love them.
Number 2.
Next up, we have the most majestic creature in this entire game, the White Stag. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Come on down, give it up for the White Stag! Yeah! Seriously though, this mount is freaking awesome. It stands there looking nice and proper and fancy. It's like, boom, got its chest popping out like, hey, check me out, boys! Like, seriously though, you want to date this mount. You want to take it to dinner, 5-star restaurant, wine and dine this mount, proper proposal, nice honeymoon, beautiful marriage, 3 kids, nice house, just a happy life. It deserves to live a happy life, and you need to give it a happy life. So if you own this mount, you date it, you marry it, and you live happily ever after. The end.
Number 1.
So I know I made a big deal about the last mount. I mean, you're already married to the last mount. You're probably sitting together, cuddled up on the bed, watching this together. But this mount is still better. The number 1 mount, everybody, is the Celestial Wolf.
Yeah. Everybody cheer! Everybody cheer! Everybody cheer! Everybody cheer! That is so cute. I just love them, Celestial Wolf.
The Celestial Wolf is by far the best mount in this game. It had the most votes from the video I put up, and it's also one of the ones that I personally voted for, and it just looks amazing. In terms of quality, I honestly think it's a step up from every other mount in the game. It almost looks like it doesn't even belong in the game. I don't know, like the animation is just fluid, it just looks nice and just really well made. If you disagree, then it's okay. You can't disagree. How would you possibly disagree? This is the best mount in the game. This is amazing. This mount is freaking amazing, honestly. There is no other competition. This mount is perfect. So get the Evergreen Bundle, get this mount, because this mount is eye-catching. This is a beautiful mount, and if somebody has this mount, you look at it, you're like, whoa, whoa, that mount is cool. Every time, every single time. Don't even lie to me. I know you've done that at least once. So yeah, Celestial Wolf, number 1, by far. So that wraps up this countdown. Once again, let us know, do you agree with this list or do you disagree? Be sure to also tell us what your favorite mounts are and what you want us to do a countdown of next. We always take your ideas into consideration. And I'd also like to give a quick thank you to anyone that showed off mounts and helped me with this video. We have Nick Soul Thief, Panda the Wizard, Rose, Mr. Jack Dragon, Mr. Nicholas Line Rider, and the lovely Miss Scarlet Titanheart. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya!